Parents, I have a question for you. Do you love your kids? Do you really want what's best for them? Well, surely you would tell me yes. But what proof could you give me? How could you prove to me that you really love your children? Did you know that one of the most important proofs of your love for your kids is that you discipline them? Let me explain. Our word of wisdom for this week comes from Proverbs 13:24, and it goes like this: "Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them." Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them. What this verse tells us is that if we really love our children, we must correct them when they do wrong. According to this verse, disciplining a child is proof of our love for that child. There are many parents who have everything backwards. They think that the best way for them to love their kids is to kind of look the other way when they do wrong. They think that discipline shows more hate than love. But that's not what the Bible says. The Bible says that those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children. Those who love their children care enough to discipline them. This verse reminds me of a sad situation that I witnessed when I was living in Venezuela. Unfortunately, what I saw doesn't only happen in Venezuela. It also happens very often here in Panama and really all around the world. Here's what happened. I was standing on a street corner eating a hot dog when a dad walked by with his son. Suddenly, the boy, who I think was approximately maybe 3 years old, started saying, "Daddy, Daddy, my toy, where's my toy?" The dad obviously didn't want to go back home to look for the toy, so he told his little son, "Your toy got left at the house. When we get done with our errand, we'll go back home and you can play with it." Well, the little boy didn't like his dad's answer at all. And at that moment, he started crying and screaming and pitching a royal fit. Right then, that father needed to stop and correct his son, but he didn't. He was completely dominated by the boy's crying and screaming, and instead of helping his son learn that it's not right to pitch a fit when you want something, that father returned home with the boy to look for the toy. They walked past me again a few minutes later as I was eating my second hot dog. And this time, the boy had his toy and he was talking and laughing. So, what is the lesson of the Father, the Son, and the toy? The lesson is this: according to Proverbs 13:24, that father should have corrected his son instead of giving in to him. Caving in to the son's wrong behavior at that moment was not a demonstration of love, because love would have disciplined the boy for his own good. So, our word of wisdom for this week is for those of us who are parents, and it goes like this: if you really love your kids, discipline them. If you really love your kids, discipline them. If this video has been helpful to you, or if maybe you know a parent that could be helped by this video, I'd like to encourage you to share it with somebody this week. That'd be awesome. And if you haven't yet had the opportunity to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I'd like to invite you to do that as soon as possible, because every week we'll be back here with another word of wisdom. I'll see you next time.